special edition of Speedway Gladiators, and we'll look at what happened at Waikaraka Park. A big night, the North Island TQs that happened on the 16th of December. Let's have a look at some of the action as it happened at Waikaraka Park.
We get set to turn them loose for 12 laps the distance. Dwayne Todd, our pace setter on the outside in the 6B. Keep an eye on him. Aaron Humble gets across the chalk nicely in the Yale machine. So who's going to get the run? It's going to be Aaron Humble gets the jump down into turn number 1. But watch out, here comes Regan Tyler trying to get up the inside now. Dwayne Todd in the opening lap tries to get in there. Almost makes contact with the left rear as the 11 of Royden Crawford drops a few spots in the Dalton's machine. We look a little bit further back, a driver on a mission and is working his way forward is that of Troy Pennington. So Pennington now up into the 5th spot, having started out of position number 9. So he's getting the Hard Charger award at this point in time. So great work from young Troy, having graduated out of the Elite Motorsport Academy, the Placemakers Cook Street machine. On a mission, still our 2NZ man in the Yale SG equipment machine, leading from Dwayne Todd. Then it's the 56K of Regan Tyler in 3rd. Then the heated battle on track is still that of Caden Barker and Troy Pennington going hard at it with only 4 laps left to run. Certainly Aaron Humble and Dwayne Todd look to have the edge. Young Caden Barker heading off stateside to the United States to take part in the micro category up there on Boxing Day. He'll be heading out there. So all the best to our young Hamilton-based driver, Caden Barker. 1 lap left to run. As he heads down the back stretch, back into PTS Logistics, turn number 3, coming around the final turn. And heat race number 1 for the North Island champs, brought to you by Avondale Pack and Said, goes to Aaron Humble. Dwayne Todd brings home the 6B in 2nd with Caden Barker with a hard-fought 3rd position. Lights are out on the Sense Pro safety car. Will roll down into the PTS Logistics, turn number 3. Our pace setter off the front row, the 4A of Troy Pennington. He's going to roll across the chalk first and lead them down into turn number 1. Can he get this jump on Grushinsky? He certainly can, and Caden Barker's going to go with them in the 44K. So the cream rising to the top already, and watch out the 3NZ wanting to go with them as well. Terrence Durrell trying to move around the outside of the 18 of Cook as well. So Pennington gets off to a great start. Caden Barker already starting to get a gap on themselves and Grushinsky, but the driver making light word of it at this point in time for our 12-lap heat race is that of Troy Pennington. I know Caden Barker was a little bit hard on himself after not getting a podium position down at the New Zealand title, but before he heads stateside on Boxing Day, he's definitely got a point to prove, and he's trying to do that here tonight. Trying to work towards getting himself a North Island title before he heads to the United States to race micros. At this point in time, though, Troy Pennington with a sizable lead there over the top 3 drivers behind him. Already setting the fastest lap of the race there. But Caden Barker trying to stick with him at this point in time. Baker manages to give himself a little gap between himself and the 18 of Sean Cook. But too little too late is it, potentially. But we've got a yellow, we've got one around down at turn number 3. As we say, Pennington with the fastest lap of the race on a 15.4. So the TQ's only circulating about half a second slower than the midget cars here tonight so far. So they're certainly on the pace. The racetrack, perfect conditions for these drivers early on as the yellow lights are out. And it's going to be Pennington who goes early. He goes early coming out of turn number 3 and gets the jump on Caden Barker. And Barker tries to hang tough. He almost gets into the back of him, but watch out. Here comes your 2NZ high side around Terrence Durrell. Trying to make that line work down into PTS Logistics. Turn number 3. And he does. He clears him. So move the Yale number 2NZ up into the 4th spot. With only 3 laps left to run, the 2NZ also gets through on that of Ryan Baker, and so does Terrence Durrell. White flag comes out. 1 more lap around Prestige Pools Waikaraka Park Speedway. Pennington now manages to stretch his legs and get that gap now on Caden Barker. Aaron Humble trying to do everything he can to work through on that racetrack, but can't get there, and the win goes to the 4A of Troy Pennington. Both Pennington and Aaron Humble not out there for this one. They were out in the earlier 2 races, so We're going to wait and see the likes of Dwayne Todd starting rear field. What has he got? We're about to wait and see as they charge down into turn number 1 for 12 laps here for the Packensen Avondale Heat Race number 3. Nathan Broff, great start there as there's carnage throughout the field. We got bits of dirt and bodywork and the likes flying around, but they managed to clear themselves up. But it's the Avondale Packensen man on a mission out at the moment as he high sides down in turn number 1, manages to gather it back up. Both Cook and Tyler want to try and get through and make good use of this qualifying race. But already the number 6 is in the 4th position. So Dwayne Todd already moving up, having started off rear field. And we've got Nathan Broff around down at turn number 2 with a half spin, manages to gather it up. And that was a coming together with Regan Tyler and Sean Cook, innocent bystander in that. So we're going to have to wait and see if there's going to be some repercussions for that later on. But Dwayne Todd now in the 3rd position. So certainly a great haul of points here from the man out of the Bay. So plenty of action throughout this one here, but Regan Tyler just seems to be stretching that gap further and further. Once again, another fastest lap on that one with only 3 more laps left. And as they say, they go great before they go bang. And big smoke out the left-hand side of the 56K of Regan Tyler. What has Dwayne Todd got? Can he pick up the win to set him on highest points for this one? We're about to find out with only a lap left to run here around the Speedway. Cook doing a great job managing to hold on to it as the white flag comes out this time. It's Cook from Todd, from Hughes, from Cook, and Nathan Broff there as well, as we've got one up and over, and it's Dana Lowry down here. So they run through hard on the rev limiter down into turn number 1. Dylan Cook manages to get the jump again, and Dwayne Todd sneaks back a spot. He's going to lose another spot, it looks like, to Ryan Baker, as the 2 Cooks running 1st and 2nd now. And the checkered flag is out, and the win is going to go to Dylan Cook. Sean Cook comes home with a hard-fought 2nd, Dwayne Todd 3rd, and Ryan Baker 4th. As the lights are out around Waikaraka Park Speedway, we get set to go green for 25. Dwayne Todd off the front row, Pennington and Caden Barker lurking right behind him. Pennington off to a great start. Caden Barker, they go 3 wide, and we've got one into the side, and that's Pennington into the side of Dwayne Todd. And then we've got one over down at turn number 1, and it looks like Kate Krasinski caught up in that one, and holy hecker. But the lights are out, and we get set to turn them loose. Full restart here. 25 laps the distance as they get set to roll across the chalk. Dwayne Todd with the front row to himself, and they get the jump. What's going to happen as they run down into turn number 1? Dwayne Todd manages to get to the pole line before anyone beats him to it, but they go 2 wide, one either side, and it looks like it's Caden Barker who's got to the inside, and they go line astern. So the online stabilizers youngster in the 44K in only a 2nd season of TQ racing, leading the North Island Championship. He was disappointed, I know he was, after having run in 3rd position at the New Zealand title and just missing out. So he's got a point to prove here tonight at the Avondale Packensen North Island TQ Championship. Dwayne Todd now in the 2nd position. 8 laps run for our leaders at this point in time. The lead continuing to extend for Barker and Todd. Pennington still there in the 4th position, trying to find a way through on that of Dylan Cook. Things starting to settle down. Drivers starting to get into a real groove here. Next time by, it's 10 laps in the books. And I tell you what, the number 44K has got some legs. So it's a real yo-yo battle at the front straightaway here with only 10 laps left to run. It could go any which way. Early on in the heat races, Dwayne Todd was certainly the man to beat. Caden Barker was sort of hanging back, staying a little bit conservative, but when he's needed it, he's coming through. He's starting to shine. With only 5 laps left to run for our leaders, Dwayne Todd certainly not giving up on this one. Neither is that of Troy Pennington. He wants to get himself onto the podium. He's working hard at it. He gets up the inside of Cook, down into turn number 3. Can't make it stick though, and Terrence Durrell right in there. He's now right on the back of That is certainly where the action is. All drivers throwing everything at it. Pennington trying to go high side, low side, any side he can make work. But Cook just proven to be too good at this point of the race. Can't get through the online stabilizers. Number 44K staying right online, doing everything he needs to. Both drivers definitely have different strengths and weaknesses, as we mentioned. As one more lap around Prestige Pools, Waikaraka Park Speedway, Caden Barker comes through the final turn. One more time, and we've got one up and over, and the yellows are out as we take the yellow flag instead of the checkered flag, and that's Baker. And the lights are out, and we're green, and Caden Barker leads them down and gets off to a great restart there and clears Dwayne Todd. So I don't know whether the other drivers were napping, but I tell you what, they are absolutely gassing it, and the drivers lost a little bit of momentum there, and that's allowed Terrence Durrell up into the third spot. So Cook has moved back a spot, so I'm not too sure what was going on there, but it all just lost a huge amount of momentum and pace, and Caden Barker, yellows are out. Oh, and the checkered is out, that is it. So I thought they were one lap left to run. So ladies and gentlemen, your Avondale Pack and Sand North Island TQ champion is Caden Barker.
Graham Sandring is a man that's been in the open wheel classes, particularly around Auckland, for a long time. There's very little he doesn't know about anything that is an open wheel class. Well, he caught up with some of the local drivers and talked about the International Series that's coming up.
Right, standing here with Michael Pickens, 10 times New Zealand midget car champion. Michael, you've been racing a bit in Perth lately, doing pretty well over there. Just briefly, how did that go?
Yeah, really well. We ran the sprint car first off and started 16th and finished 4th in the feature, which was really cool. It was a totally different experience for me on a big track in a sprint car like that. And then 2 weeks later we ran the midget, and that was for the John Day Classic. And that was an awesome race. Unfortunately, we didn't quite win. We're leading the last 7 or so laps, and just got bought by a lap car, and Logan Seavey got us on the white flag lap. But I guess he's the current USAC midget champion, so I'm in good company, and we'll be going back there for the Australian speed car title later, earlier next year.
Well, that's perfect. But before then, on December 26th here at Waikaraka Park, we've got an international series of our own. Now, a different bunch of Americans coming. I hope they don't pick your pocket this time, but we've got Logan Seavey, we've got Brennan Couch, and we've got Buddy Kofoid coming. So there's some pretty top guys, but have been all USAC champions. How do you think you'll fare against those guys?
We're here to win, so we'll lay it to them, and Team East is good on his day, and he's quite capable of winning. Brenham Couch is decent too. He's run a lot with Keith Coons Motorsports. He's got a lot of laps under his belt, and of course Buddy Kofoid is quite an accomplished midget driver. He's one of the very best. So neat for the fans to see those guys. I mean, they're the best in the world really. So hopefully we can win a couple and get out on top.
Well, here's hoping that'll be the case. So don't forget, December 26th. It'll all be happening here, firstly at Waikaraka Park, then off to some of the other tracks around the country. Standing here with Brad Mosen. Brad Mosen, past New Zealand midget car champion, but over the last 2 to 3 seasons, driving for Team Greenway, he's hit a real purple patch, really found his form. And on the 26th of December, we've got 3 Americans coming, Brad. We've got Buddy Kofoid, we've got Brennan Couch, and we've also got... T-Mez, that's it. I knew it was there. I've been watching his videos. Thomas Mesereau, superstar. How do you think you'll fare against those guys?
I think we'll go good. Those guys are obviously at the top of their game in America, and they're going to definitely raise the bar down here. But this is our turf, our country. So we definitely want to beat these guys. It's always competitive when they come down here, and obviously me and the Greenway team we're in a good spot at the moment, and a couple of the other Kiwi boys are too. So I think it's going to be pretty competitive, and we're looking forward to it.
Given your advantage that you've raced at both Waikaraka Park, Palmerston and Bay Park, they haven't raced at any of those circuits. It'll give you some sort of advantage, do you feel?
Yeah, it has to. It was the same. When Michael and I got to America, they always have the upper hand when we're sort of fish out of water. So hopefully they feel a bit the same when they come down here, and we can have the jump on them, and they finally catch up when it's too late.
And guess what? The fish will be back in the water when it goes to the Chili Bowl at the beginning of January. So you're off to the Chili Bowl as well.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Now I've had a call from Andy Bondio, so I'll be heading over in January to do my I think this will be my 5th Chili Bowl. So really looking forward to it. You know, I'm at a time in my life where, you know, I actually initially said no to Andy, but now that I've been talked into it, I can't wait, and we're taking it very seriously, and really looking forward to it.
Well, there you go, people. Something else to look forward to on the 26th of December, Boxing Night, here at Waikaraka Park. Standing here with Brock Maskovich at the moment. Brock took last season off from racing, raised his family, had a good look around, saw what the competition's up to, and he's come back with a vengeance. Last weekend, he was the feature winner at Key Speedway. Brock, we've got a big show coming on the 26th with 3 American drivers coming down here. You haven't done a lot of racing in the last 2 years. It's certainly a lot before that. How do you think you'll fare against the American guys?
Yeah, you know, it's really promising now with the new CP3 car of Tim's, and seems to be really clicking with us. And Steve O'Morris, as crew chief, and my guys really seem to be getting a handle on it. So we were fast last week, and we're hoping to build on that, and we seem to get better and better each week. So yeah, we should be good. Hopefully we're at the pointy end again.
That'd be fantastic. Certainly one of the top New Zealand drivers. I even had you picked as the New Zealand champion a couple of years ago. Things didn't quite go that way. So certainly it takes a while when you've had an off season of doing nothing. And how's the sort of coming back to the speedway? Has it changed much in the year that you had off?
Yeah, you know, it's just everybody is fast. Everybody has a fast car, good motor, and now that's what's changed the biggest. So you really got to be on top of your game, have everything 100%. You can't be 80%, 90%. You really got to have everything perfect. So it's been tough, but we seem to be getting better and better each week, like I said, and we're just working on everything and making sure the car's 100%, no mechanical failures or anything like that, which we have. So just working on that, and yeah, we seem to be going all right.
Of the 3 Americans, Brendan Couch, Buddy Kofoid and T-Mez. I always seem to forget T-Mez. Of the 3 of those, who do you think is going to be the hardest guy or give you the most opposition?
Oh, hey, I was talking to T-Mez the other day. He's a good guy. Get on well with him, and he'll be a gas man. Yeah, he'll be good. You know, if the car is good for him and he likes in that, he'll be hard. He doesn't give an inch, and he races hard, and he's slide or die, like he says. So yeah, it'll be really interesting and good to race with him too. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and T-Mez, I met him when I was in Australia. Quite the character. Better come along. Make sure you're here. 26th of December, Waikaraka Park.
Well, let's go back to the last season's International Midget Series. The meeting, unfortunately, was rained out, but let's go back a year and let's see what the action happened.
First of our international midget races here at Prestige Pools, Waikaraka Speedway is off and away. Down into turns 1 and 2 we go. Of course, watch for the 2 USA of Buddy Kofoid. Currently sitting there in 4th spot, battling alongside the 95 of Fabish. Gets the slide job done and through he goes with ease. Through turns 3 and 4, Town Bend we go. Here's the battle between the 73 of Basilage and the 2 of Kofoid. The 2 USA from America, Buddy Kofoid gets the job done, slips through with ease, and he is off trying to catch our race leader, the 71 of Alec Inslee. These guys are flying on rails at the moment. The 19 USA, Ethan Mitchell there, sitting in a 3rd spot at the moment. Then it's back to the 73 of Jaden Basilage from the 95 of Fabish for your top 5. 3 to go now for Inslee, Kofoid and Mitchell. So it's New Zealand, America. And then Jaden Basilage and Mitch Fabish, the Yale number 71 machine. Holding it all together at the moment. He knows that he's got 2 hard-charging Americans coming his way. Buddy Kofoid, the first of them in the 2 USA machine, trying to catch on to the back end of Alex Inslee now. White flag flies, 1 to run. Inslee, Kofoid, Ethan Mitchell. So it's the lad from Auckland and then the 2 from the USA. Here goes Kofoid trying to do all he can. Oh, he just about goes side by side with Inslee, but down to the line. It will be the 71 of Inslee from the 2 USA of Kofoid. Go back to Ethan Mitchell for 3rd from Aaron Hodson, Jaden Basilage in 5th. Lights are out. We're about to go green. This is the 2nd midget race of the night for our international series. Of course, a big thanks to Machinery Relocators. Their 40-lap feature to come later in the night. We are green and we go. Down into turns 1 and 2. 54 of Pickens is trying to work around a couple of the back markers at the moment. He gets a slip drive up the inside. Tyler Roma will try and do the same thing. Down through turns 3 and 4 go race leaders. But still the 84 of Ben Cornetti leads this one from the 11 USA of Justin Grant. Justin Grant now starting to catch on to Cornetti. Of course, Justin Grant in the 11 USA machine, the Total Access sponsored car, trying to find a way around Cornetti already. Grant with the fastest lap of the race, a 15.601 lap time. Any slip up from Cornetti will be costly because Grant will simply take it. Here he goes, down through turns 3 and 4. 1 and 2, gets the job done. On the back straight, now a new race leader, the 11 USA machine. Justin Grant leading it from the 84 of Ben Cornetti. Then it's still back to Michael Pickens now in the CRC machine in the 54 car, sitting in third. With white flag, 1 to run. And it is the man from the USA, Justin Grant, the 11 USA machine, who sits in the race mode. And we've got one over, down in turns 1 and 2. So it's a Total Access car versus the 54 CRC machine, down through turns 1 and 2. Oh, the 4 of Jack Lowe bouncing around the back end there. Down the back straight we fly. Here they go, the ones to watch. Pickens and the 11 down through turns 3 and 4. They clip wheels, but they keep it straight, and it will be the 11 USA of Justin Grant taking the win. Second home, the 54A of Michael Pickens from the 4A of Jack Lowe in third. We are lights out, so we're going to be ready to go for a start as they start to work their run to the chalk line. Here we go. The third of our midget heats for the night. Taylor Rama sitting there in a second spot at the moment. Here comes the 11 USA of, in fact, it's the 10 machine, which of course is Brad Mosen working his way through. The 4 of Jack Lowe working the outside line, trying to get around the 10 of Brad Mosen, does so. So down into turns 3 and 4, our leaders go. It's the 63 of Jaden Worthington, leading over the 25 of Taylor Rama from the 4 of Jack Lowe. That's your top 3. Rama and Lowe as well as Mosen just trying to all work together. Here's the 11 USA machine of Justin Grant in there as well. Oh, issues for the 25 machine. Rama dropping a cylinder in that one. So at the moment, Worthington now leads from the 10 of Mosen and the 4 of Jack Lowe. That's your first, second and third. Then go back to the 11 USA of Justin Grant from Ethan Mitchell in the 19 machine for your top 5. We've got 4 left to run. The 63 of Jaden Worthington down to the line now. With enough 3 laps left to run. Can he hold off the charge from the 10 machine of Brad Mosen? Here goes Worthington, here goes Mosen. Here comes the 11 USA of Justin Grant. We are white flag. We've got 1 left to run now, as we've also lost the 8M of Shaden Austin. So 2 retirees to the infield. But it will be checkered flag time for the 63 of Jaden Worthington. Mosen in the 10A machine will come home in second from Justin Grant in the 11 USA. 14.799, the fastest time for Brad Mosen. We are lights out. We're going to be ready to go for a start. And next time around, as they hit turns 3 and 4, the chalk line is down. And they approach the line. Here they go. We're off and away. Heat 4 for the midgets in the International Series. This, of course, all building towards the machinery relocators feature race, the 40 lapper at the end of the night. Pickens gets the jump. He's off and away. Holding him in at bay, though, the 24 machine of Liam McCorby. And then currently sitting in third spot, Levi Sherwood in the 46P. Cal McGill holding on a 4th spot in the 93P from James Earl for our top 5 in the 22 car. Here comes the 2 USA, Buddy Kofoid, starting to work his way through the pack. He started down in grid 10. He's up into 7th spot already. The man trying to get away out front at the moment, the 54 Michael Pickens machine, trying to just peel from the rest of the field. Second spot, still Liam McCorby in the 24A machine from the 46 of Levi Sherwood. So roughly just on half race distance done. We are 5 laps down, 5 left to run. Pickens still holding on to that lead. Here's the battle for second and third though, between the 24 of Liam McCorby and the 46 of Levi Sherwood. The 22 car of James Earl starting to close in quickly, as to the 2 USA of Buddy Kofoid. Not letting them get too far ahead. 14.81 still, so we're only 400ths of a second off the lap record for a midget car around Waikaraka Speedway. As we're white flag, 1 to run now for the 54 Michael Pickens machine. 24 of Liam McCorby still holding on to second nicely. Then it's the battle for third, fourth and fifth. That's between... Oh, here comes Buddy. So in the meantime, in that battle pack, Buddy Kofoid slips up the inside on the back straight and will snatch third spot. So coming from position 5, moves up 2 spots into third. Does the pass on the 46P of Sherwood and the 22 of James Earl down on the back straight on the last lap.
Buddy Cofield and Team X, 2 midget drivers from America on their way to New Zealand. Let's go to America and look at some of the action of these 2 guys.
Looking to go road back in the mid-pack here, watching the 71 of Tanner Carrick. Picked up the win last night up front. Teamez takes him down the back chute into turn number 3. 3 wide back in the field, down into turn number 3. So we bring him onto the front chute. Hello, how you doing? Teamez company down the inside. Wiedemann's right there to the 97K flying right. Tim's high side of the racetrack. Buddy Kofoid down low still, and he 4-0. Wiedemann shoots up off the bottom, and Teamez goes bye-bye, and he's going to come back with a vengeance in the 7X car. That just lit his fuse. Just 5 laps scored into the books, and Kofoid takes them all the way around the top shelf. Hustle down into the corner. Good drive coming for Kofoid. Here comes Tim's down the inside, moving for the number 2 spot. Slides out across the 0-1 car, shuffles him back into P3. And Cannon McIntosh is on the move as well. Meanwhile, Kofoid trying to clear Meserol. Here comes Timms. Timms, no! Jacked it sideways, he's gone. Caution flag coming out. Crescent 0-8 is going to follow around the high side of the racetrack. Carried down to the inside. It's going to get Avedissian to the outside. Jade, look out. He goes to the top shelf just across the nose. Jade Avedissian, she's able to escape and hang on to it. She'll battle on the outside. No! No, 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 no! 8 laps, a long way to go. Kofoid again around the rim. Good restart for the number 67 car down into the corner. McIntosh will follow suit. Back behind Carrick, a little short slider on himself down into the corner. Here comes Tanner Thorson. Up front though, Buddy Kofoid driving away from the field. Take it around, he's going to pick up the white flag this time by. For the number 67 car's got some breathing room. Back to Cannon McIntosh into 0-8. One more trip around Placerville Speedway, and he's going to ride the rim all the way down into turn number 3 and 4. Night number 2, the Hangtown 100 presented by Mount Wood Racing. He's going to go to another KKM car. This night, it's Buddy Kofoid. Underway, and again, kind of enters at the middle of the racetrack, takes it out to the cushion and down the back straightaway. Buddy Kofoid running hard. Hot on his heels. Here comes Kofoid down low. Meserol out wide's got clearance. He ricochets off the cushion to the white flag. One more trip around. That may have been a shot there for the number 67 car. As Kofoid trips coming out of turn number 2. Teamez is going to take her into the corner and go wire to wire on night number 3, Indiana Midget Week. This one goes in the books at Tri-State.
Teamez, it's been a minute since you've been in USAC Knox Energy Drink National Midget Victory Lane. How hungry have you been for this one?
Oh, that was awesome. I mean, first of all, not only did we back up last year, we beat Buddy, okay? I beat him. He was really upset at me because I kind of dirtied him up. But you know what? That's what I had to do to beat him, and that's what I did to beat him.
Well, that's a special edition of Speedway Gladiators coming out of Waikaraka Park. We do it with the compliments, of course, of the team at Video Hub.